Hello students, this is Miss Dalton and this video is how to complete the square algebraically. You just watched a video on how to complete the square using algebra tiles, and so what I want you to understand from this video is that I will have algebra tiles available for you in class if you would like to complete the square that way, but I'm also going to give you the algebraic steps to completing the square. I wanted you to see the algebra tiles video because I think it kind of makes sense on why we're doing it this way and why we have to follow these steps. Completing the square makes, the reason why we would use it is if we're trying to solve a quadratic that is not factorable, we can use this method to go ahead and solve it. Okay, so let's go over the steps to completing the square, and you'll need to write these down in your notes. The first step is you want to check and see if your a is equal to 1. If it is not, then you will need to factor out that a value of your quadratic before you can get started. The second thing that you're going to do is move the c value to the other side of the equation. So you would either need to add or subtract it to the other side of the equation. Then step 3, you're going to calculate what b divided by 2 squared is. So you'll just take half of the b term and then square it. Once you get this value, step 4, you will add that value to both sides of the equation. Because again, we're adding this in, so it's kind of like from the algebra tile video, we're adding in those little 1 squares to be able to factor it using the perfect square trinomial pattern. And so we're adding it in, but when you add it in on one side, you have to do it to the other side as well to keep your equation balanced. Then for step 5, you will factor the right side of the equation using your perfect square trinomial pattern. And then the last step is you'll get y by itself by moving the value back to the other side. Okay, so let's look at some examples. In this first example, we have y equals x squared plus 6x minus 4. So your first step, you want to see and make sure your a value is 1. In this case, it is, so we can move to our second step. The second step is we're going to move our c value to the other side. So our c value is this negative 4, so I will add 4 to the other side with y so that I can start the process. So I have y plus 4 equals, and then I have x squared plus 6x. Okay, so here's where you're going to determine, what you need to be able to complete the square. And so you always want to take half of that middle term. So I'm going to take 6 and I'm going to divide that by 2, and that gives you 3. And then you're going to square that, so 3 squared is 9. So that determines what you need to add to both sides. So I'm going to add a 9 here, and I'm going to add a 9 here. Okay, and then go ahead and add together on the left side. You've got y plus 13 equals, and here, this is now a perfect square trinomial. I can take the square root of that x squared term, and that's going to go in my first position, x, and then I can take the square root of this last term, 9, and that's 3, so x plus 3 quantity squared. Again, the whole point of completing the square is to make this a perfect square trinomial. So if you followed your steps correctly, then it is a perfect square trinomial. You can check it. X times 3 is 3x, and double that gives you that middle term. And so again, that's how you check to make sure it's a perfect square trinomial. But again, you won't have to do that because the whole point of completing the square is to get it to be a perfect square trinomial. And then your last step is to go ahead and subtract 13 over to the other side. So y is equal to x plus 3 quantity squared minus 13. In this next example, y equals 2x squared minus 8x plus 16. This is an example when your a is not 1. So the first step, which is moving the c over to the other side, you're still going to do that. So I'm going to subtract the 16 and move it to the other side. So I'll have y minus 16. I'm going to leave a space, equals. At this point, you want to factor out your a. So my a is 2, so I'm going to divide both of them by 2. So I'll have 2 times x squared minus 4x. And then I'm going to leave my space. Okay. Then at this point, you'll continue on with the steps when a is 1. So you're going to take your b and divide it by 2. So negative 4 divided by 2, and then you're going to square it. So that would give you negative 2 squared, which is going to give you a positive 4. So we're going to add that in to the right side. And then what we have to do here is when we added in that 4, what we really added in was the 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8, and so we have to balance it on the other side with a plus 8. Then we will simplify. So we have y minus 16 plus 8 is minus 8 equals 2, and then here's where our perfect square trinomial comes in. So we take the square root of x squared, which is just x, then we take the square root of 4, which is 2, and then the sign that we have in the middle is the sign that is with the b, so minus. And then we have that squared. Okay, and then our last step is to move that 8 back over to the other side. And so now we have y equals 2 parentheses x minus 2 squared plus 8. So we have converted it into vertex form. Okay, that's it for this video. Make sure your notes are filled out and come to class with any questions.